Good morning, guys, and welcome to today's vlog. I'm starting today's vlog folding the boys' laundry. I have so much to get done today. It's actually a Sunday, but you guys are not seeing this video until Friday. Sundays and the weekends are usually my days to get a lot of my chores done, and Harris did just take the boys out to his parents' house so that I could get everything done that I have to get done in peace and quiet. I'm already out of breath. I'm very uncomfortable today. I am 29 weeks and change, and all of a sudden in the last like 24 to 48 hours, I feel such a shift in how I feel with my pregnancy. Up until this point, I feel like I felt pretty good. I even talked about it in my last video how, all things considered, like fatigue was the hardest thing. However, yesterday, I don't know what happened. I had a very uncomfortable evening last night, and even into the nighttime, I feel like I did not fully fall asleep last night. Like every 30 minutes to an hour, I feel like my body was waking me up. I was super uncomfortable. I could not get into a position that was comfortable for long enough to stay asleep. I even tried using my pregnancy pillow, the whole 9 yards, and I really feel like I did not get a good sound sleep. Jack actually was up coughing in the middle of the night last night, around like 5:15 a.m. And so I sat up and I watched him cough for a while to make sure that he was okay and was able to fall back asleep. And then I finally feel like I dozed at 6:15, and then at 6:45, 7, the boys were waking up for the day. So I am a little tired today, still very uncomfortable. I don't know if baby girl is like switching positions or going through a growth spurt. I forgot to mention in my last video, I vlogged going to the growth scan for baby girl, my 29 week growth scan. And I forgot to mention that in that growth scan, I know it's off by a few pounds because when the boys were like 34, 35 weeks, they were predicted to be about 7 pounds and change. However, once they came out, they were just over 5 pounds. So I know it's usually off by a pound or two, but she said she's already measuring around 3 pounds. And at this point in pregnancy, babies gain about half a pound a week. And so that would make her, for the next 10 weeks, if I went full term, gain 5 pounds. And that would mean she would be an 8-pound baby. And my mom feels like she's going to be a big baby because my body was able to carry 2 5-pound babies. So my mom thinks that it can carry one 8+ pound baby. So I don't know if she's still growing in there or switched positions, but I'm not feeling very great today, and I do have a lot to get done. Folding the laundry. This set of laundry is the first thing. I have a load in the dryer that I left yesterday that I need to run a fluff. I need to strip the boys' beds into their sheets, strip Harris and I's bed into our sheets, and I want to do the bathrooms all today while the boys are out of the house with Harris. So fingers crossed I can get everything done that I want to get done today. We have just about a week left until we go to Florida, so I really want the house to be in good standing when we leave so that coming home, I don't feel like I'm coming home to a messy madhouse. And by the time I get home from Florida, I'll be 32 weeks. So I really want to get done what I have planned to get done today. Otherwise, it will get pushed to at some point this week. The boys also have off of school on Thursday and Friday. So I feel like I'm in a bit of a time crunch to get done everything that I want to get done. But for today's video, of course, I'm going to take you along for the day. I also want to, I realized I never filmed a second trimester Q&A. I did a second trimester update, but I do like to see what kind of questions you guys have to ask in regards to my pregnancy. So I did ask you guys last night for some questions. I didn't get too many, so it's going to be more of like a mini second trimester Q&A. So I'm going to get going on my chores, and once I get a few loads of laundry in, we can sit down and do that. my list of things to do before baby girl comes. I need to clean out the boys' dresser and even their closet. I've just let it get so messy. I just keep shoving things in here. When I get home from Florida, I feel like it's going to be crunch time. Like, I'll be in full nesting mode for when baby girl gets here. And so I need to make like a big list. I definitely need to do the boys' room and like change over all their clothes to like their summer clothes, because this dresser has been such a mess for some time. I've been really putting it off. So be prepared for all of the nesting, cleaning, and organizational videos that are going to come like the end of April and into May. While I strip the boys' beds, I am going to just put on their alternate sheets, and then when I strip Harris and I's bed, I'm going to do our alternate sheets. So it's like one less thing I have to do later on when they're done being washed. I could just fold them and stick them in the closet, because I've been running out of steam very quickly, and towards the end of the day, I just don't have it in me to really do anything. So by doing this now, later on, the only thing I'll have to do for our bed is put the duvet on, which is a task in and of itself. But if that's the only thing I have to do later on, it won't be that bad. So I'm gonna take all this out and then strip the beds. Just doing the beds alone has me dying. Also, I took that white tank top off that I had on. I felt like it was choking me. I was very uncomfortable, so I have just my sweater on. But even then, I just don't want anything on the bump, so I literally walk around my house like this. But I'm going to go ahead and put the first load of laundry in, get some water, get comfortable. I'll probably film the Q&A in baby girl's room because her rocker is nice and comfy to sit in. So let me go get that laundry in, and then I'll sit and answer some questions. I just bumped my bump so hard. I think I'm already getting a bruise from it. I hit it on the bathroom doorknob. I feel like today is just a mess of a day, but I'm comfy in my little rocker in baby girl's room. And like I said, this is really going to be a mini second trimester Q&A. I didn't get too many questions, but still wanted to do one of these, so we're just going to jump into the questions that I did get. I feel like I look so pale and washed out. I said this in my last vlog. Look, I need some sun. I cannot wait to get down to Florida in a little bit over a week and get some sun. My mom said it is super warm. I actually went to Target the other day. I filmed a TikTok haul of what I got. I picked up a bathing suit so that I have something to fit me and wear so that I can get some sun while I'm down there and I can swim. I also got another summer piece of clothing. So if you guys don't follow me over on TikTok, I will always have that listed in the description box under like social media. I highly recommend you checking that out if you guys are interested in seeing what I got. But jumping into the Q&A, the first question that I got is, how long did it take for you to try for baby number 3, and do you have any tips? I did a whole video about, I think it was like my 2-week wait symptoms and a little bit of the first trimester, and I think I slightly touched on our trying to conceive journey or what it took to conceive baby girl, but I will go into a little bit more detail here. So it took us about 4 months to conceive baby girl. I really had no idea how long it was going to take. The boys' pregnancy was a complete surprise, so it's not even like I had something to go off of and say like it was easy to get pregnant with them, it was hard to get pregnant with them. The boys were a fluke. So going into trying for baby number 3, I really didn't know what was going to go into it. So if you guys remember, I had a cyst, an ovarian cyst rupture in November of 2021. I got off my birth control around that time. Harris and I had been talking about possibly trying for baby number 3 in the new year, and then it was going to happen more towards the summer. But I really wanted to regulate my body, get off of hormonal birth control, and just understand my body and understand my ovulation. As I've gotten older, I have gotten a lot more educated on the topic of like ovulation and my cycle and just cycles in general. I started birth control, hormonal birth control, when I was like 13 years old, and I was on and off of it. I was on it for 8-9 years, and then I had to kind of switch around when I got to college and got different health insurance. But I was on hormonal birth control for a long time, and so I wanted to really get off of it. I wanted to understand my body and my cycles and just prepare for our trying to conceive journey ahead. So in May, I think that was the first month we actually tried. I think I tracked my cycle in April, if I believe, to kind of get familiar with LH strips. LH strips are the main means of cycle tracking that I did. It's just like kind of a standard ovulation test kit, and it tests just for your LH, which I think is a hormone, and it rises around the time that your body ovulates. So I started tracking, I think in like April. We started trying in May. There was a month in between there where Harris was going away, and we knew it really wasn't going to line up based on my previous cycles, so we like half-assed that month, didn't really do it exact. And then we tried in August and September, and then conceived in September. So 3 or 4 months it took us to conceive. And like I said, the main thing that I did to track my cycle was use LH strips, and then also just like body symptoms like cervical mucus, cramping, that kind of stuff. But there are a lot more, what's the word, like comprehensive ways of tracking your cycle, things that are track for more things and can give you more information about your body, your cycle, and your fertility. And one of those things is actually the Mira. It's a hormone tracking kit. I've actually heard a lot of this and seen a lot of this in like the trying to conceive groups that I joined around the time that Harris and I started to try to conceive. So if you're unfamiliar with Mira, if you've never heard of it before, it says it's an AI powered hormone tracking kit. Mira was kind enough to send one my way so that I can share it with you guys, and I do plan on using this in an alternate way after I'm done having baby girl, which I'll talk about here in a minute. But they have a fertility, this is called the Fertility Plus Wand. This is kind of like an LH test strip kit on steroids, because the Mira not only tests for LH, but it also tests for 3 other hormones that are essential in your fertility and your ovulation and in trying to conceive for a baby. So it tests for LH, estrogen, progesterone, which I'm familiar with, and one other hormone that I'm not really familiar with. Let me get the name of that real quick. It also tracks for something called the follicle stimulating hormone, FSH. So those are 4 different hormones that this one little system can track for and give you information on in your trying to conceive journey. And all of those numbers and hormones are essential in helping that sperm meet and fertilize a healthy egg. It comes in a little carrying case like this. It also has a charger, which I don't have in here right now because I did charge it so that I could turn it on and play around with it. But you click this little button. Here it says that I have no prior readings just because I'm already pregnant, so I didn't need to use this in my trying to conceive journey. But this is something that I definitely, if Harris and I had not conceived within like 4 to 6 months, this is something that I could have seen myself picking up to just help further my trying to conceive journey and help give me more information on my fertility, because this does help you conceive a lot faster than traditional methods of tracking, because it is giving you a more like broad spectrum education on your fertility, your ovulation, and your body throughout your cycle. It does track your entire fertile window. It helps you determine your peak and ovulation day, and it helps you chart and track all of this so that you can keep all this information at your hand and ready to use in your trying to conceive journey. It is designed by scientists and fertility experts, so it is science-backed and science-based. It is around 99% accurate in its readings and information that it provides you with. There's also a free app that I said will track all of your information, your numbers, your charts and everything. So it's ready to use for you throughout your cycle, and even like looking back, like going back past cycles and comparing. Now, beyond using your Mira, and by the way, I will put like more up close images of all of this stuff on the screen as I'm talking. I'm sure they've flashed already so you guys can get a closer look at what I am sharing with you guys. But beyond using the Mira to track your cycles and in your trying to conceive journey, you can use it if you have PCOS, if you have like hormonal imbalances, irregular cycles. For me, I plan on using the Mira postpartum. I did get another question in this Q&A asking me if I am going to go back on any sort of birth control after I give birth to baby girl. And personally, for our family, like I said, this is most likely going to be our last baby, and Harris does plan on getting a vasectomy at some point after I have baby girl. But in the meantime, until he's able to go ahead and do that, I'm not going to go back on hormonal birth control, just because I do plan on breastfeeding baby girl, and hormonal birth control can like affect your milk supply and all that kind of stuff, and I don't want to deal with that. But I can use the Mira test kit to track my hormones and track my cycles so that I do understand when I'm ovulating, and we know when to stray away from doing the deed or just be extra careful. And it will also help me track my cycles postpartum to get me back on track. I did have irregular cycles after I had the boys, and so just having this handy will help me gain an understanding of how my cycles have changed since having baby girl and keep track of them so that we don't have another baby. I will have the Mira website linked down below. Like I said, they have and offer a lot more than just the fertility plus wand. They have a bunch of different kits over there. And if this is something that piques your interest, if you do have PCOS, hormonal imbalances, irregular cycles, or you're trying to conceive journey and you just want more information about your body and what's going on in there and your fertility and your cycle, I think we all should be very educated on these things. I feel like growing up, I didn't understand any of this stuff. I was thrown on birth control. I don't know if it affected my fertility in any way. None of us really know the long-term effects of birth control, but this is a device that will help educate you on your body, give you that power in your fertility and in trying to conceive, and even just having information on your cycle long term. I will have their website linked down below for you guys to shop. They did give me a coupon code. It is just Gemstone for 17% off any of their test kits on their website, not just the fertility plus one that I have here. So I will have everything linked down below for you guys to shop through if you guys are interested. So thank you to Mira for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Those are my answers for how I conceived. I only tested for LH, but there are a lot more things that you can test for that will help you in your trying to conceive journey and could help you conceive quicker, like that estrogen, the progesterone levels, all of those things. And then in terms of the question, am I going to go back on birth control after baby girl? No, I'm not going to go on any form of hormonal birth control. I just plan on tracking my cycles until Harris can get his vasectomy. The next question I got: any weird cravings? And surprisingly, I feel like even when I was pregnant with the boys, I didn't get too many cravings. This time around with baby girl, I really don't have too many cravings. For me, it's more of like whatever I'm in the mood for, I need to eat right then and there. And one of the things that I've been enjoying eating lately a lot is the Wendy's spicy classic chicken sandwich. I posted this on my Instagram story the other day. The boys and I, usually on Fridays, it's just us for dinner. If Harris has like a work event or he's going out that weekend, he usually goes out on a Friday. And so I let the boys pick what's for dinner that night. And a lot of the times they say McDonald's. And for me, McDonald's just doesn't sound that good lately. But we have a Wendy's and a McDonald's relatively close. So I'll hit both places up and I'll get them their Happy Meals, and I'll get myself the spicy chicken sandwich from Wendy's. I feel like baby girl changed my palate because I used to not like spicy food. I used to not be able to tolerate it. And even in the beginning of my pregnancy, I really liked the Santa Fe salad from Chopped. That's a spicy salad. So I feel like, and even I liked salsa and plantain chips. So maybe this whole pregnancy, a craving of mine is just spicy food. I feel like I can tolerate it a lot better, and it's something that I weirdly want and crave. So I think my biggest craving for the second trimester has been that spicy chicken sandwich. Okay, last question that I got. Like I said, quick Q&A. I got asked, how has my second trimester with baby girl compared to my second trimester with the boys? And I actually did another TikTok where I shared some symptoms that I experienced with the boys. I had found my old notes in like my notes app where I logged all my symptoms from the boys' pregnancy, I am doing the same with baby girl. I write down every week just like the few little things that I feel so that I can look back on it. But my computer is shining such a crazy reflection on my face. I found that the other day and I went through that. So if you guys want to hear more like week by week symptom comparisons, again, check out my TikTok. I've been posting a lot more over there. But I would have to say they're pretty comparable. I don't understand how I went to college between the weeks of 15 and 29 or 30 with the boys and walked around a college campus. I definitely was much more active in my second trimester with the boys than I am with baby girl, walking around a college campus. But I feel like my second trimester with the boys, I felt good. I had a lot of energy. I was able to get a lot done. And like I said, up until this point, which I am now in the third trimester, so I can use that as an excuse. During my second trimester, I feel like I felt good. I had a lot of energy. I got a lot done. Obviously, I popped a lot in my second trimester. Weight gain, even though I've gained a lot less than my pregnancy with the boys, my overall weight is about the same where I was with the boys towards the end of their pregnancy because my start weight was a little bit higher. I'm trying to think what else. Like Braxton Hicks, I hit a wall with those around 25, 26 weeks with the boys, and I definitely felt that with baby girl. I get a lot of Braxton Hicks now. I feel like I don't really understand how I had two babies in there moving around all the time because baby girl is so active, and to think that I had an entire other baby in there and I had two moving around all the time. I can't even remember what it was like because I feel like I was kept so busy with going to school at the time that I was pregnant with them. But overall, I do think that my pregnancies are pretty comparable. I think the first trimester for me, there was a big difference and shift because with the boys, I had no morning sickness, and with baby girl, I had a lot of morning sickness. So I saw a lot of differences in my first trimester between my twin pregnancy and a boy pregnancy and a girl pregnancy. But second trimester overall, they were pretty comparable and pretty much the same. The only thing I do feel is that I'm gaining weight a lot differently this pregnancy. I'm gaining weight a lot more, like overall, legs, arms, butt, boobs, all that kind of stuff. With the boys, I feel like I was very belly heavy, like front heavy. It was mainly just a baby bump. With her, I am gaining weight a little bit differently, and it's definitely distributing a lot more. I think that would have to be like the main difference in my second trimester. But so far, pregnancies are pretty comparable in the second trimester. All right, that's it for this little Q&A. I need to go now and finish up some chores. Depending on what we have going on for the rest of the day, maybe I'll continue the vlog into tomorrow. I do have a little errand I want to run tomorrow, so I can take you guys along for that. But we shall see what I'm in the mood for and what footage I can get. Okay, I'm jumping on here to say I showered. I did go ahead. I wiped down the boys' bathroom. I did Harris and I's bathroom. The boys' laundry is in the dryer. I'm about to go grab that and put Harris and I's sheets in the dryer. So I am almost done with everything I said that I wanted to get done. It's after 1 o'clock now. I don't even know if it's close to 2. All I know is it's after 1 o'clock. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling tired. I was having a lot of Braxton Hicks, so that's why I jumped in and took a warm shower after I cleaned Harris and I's bathroom so that I could like calm my body down. And I just lubed up the belly because she was feeling tight. So once I go switch over the laundry, I'm gonna jump on the couch and relax probably until the boys get home. Okay, the boys are home from Harris's parents' house. I wound up picking up dinner while they drove home, and so we just wound up eating. As you guys can probably hear, I have the bath running because it is a bath night. I'm going to make their beds once I get them into the bath, and there's like a little bit of like miscellaneous laundry that I wound up washing with their sheets. So that stuff I need to fold. Our duvet, Harris and I's duvet, I just threw on for a fluff. So I am like this close to getting done everything that I wanted to get done today, which puts me in a good position because like I said, we leave next week, I believe, Tuesday, for my mom's house, and the boys actually don't have school on Thursday or Friday, so I plan on like packing Friday and Saturday. Thursday I actually have like parent-teacher conference meetings for school, so I'm just really glad that I got everything done this weekend that I wanted to get done, because Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday will be like getting the rest of the house in order for us to leave and like making lists and just preparing for our trip down to Florida. But I wanted to show you something. Harris's mom picked up one last little decorative piece. Also, I did another TikTok sharing the breast pump that I got in from my health insurance through Aeroflow. This is the Even Flow Deluxe Advanced Double Electric Breast Pump. If any of you have tried this, please let me know your thoughts. I've never heard of this one. I've never seen this one. I do still have my Lancino one from when I was breastfeeding with the boys, but I was eligible to get another free one, so I went ahead and picked this one up to give a go. So if you've tried this, or you know someone who has tried like an Even Flow breast pump, please let me know how they like it or how you like it. But Harris's mom picked up one last little decorative piece off of Etsy for baby girl's room. It's this little ceramic, I think it's a hydrangea, it's a flower, and I'm going to hang it like right under here somewhere to just even out this little white space. The colors tie perfectly in with like this painting and our decorations and the rug. It goes with like the muted theme that I have going on in her room. So maybe I will put a little nail in the wall in a minute and try and hang that up. But if not, you'll see it in a future vlog, me hanging it up. But it's gonna go somewhere under here in this area. It is a little small. I kind of wish we had two, or it was a little bit bigger, but I'll play around with that later on or this week. But I'm going to get the boys in the bath and finish making their beds and Harris and I's bed. Clearly the next day now. I wound up doing Harris and I's bed after we got the boys into bed last night, and I jumped right into bed and got underneath that fresh, new, clean duvet and didn't move for the rest of the night. I was going to close out the vlog, but that just didn't happen. And I actually did get a little bit better of a sleep last night. I wound up using my Butterfly Maternity pregnancy pillow, and I was actually able to get a few hours at a time, like 2 to 3 hours at a time, before I had to get up and pee or change positions. My hips keep falling asleep at night. Like, I feel like my legs go a little numb, so I need to like rotate side to side. But I am feeling a little bit better today. I got a little bit better of sleep last night, so wanted to give you guys a little update on that. But I'm very happy that I got done everything that I had to get done. It is now the new week, and like I said, I have 3 days until the boys are home from school for a long weekend, and so I'm going to spend this week finishing prepping, and then you guys will see me again Monday, which will be packing for Florida, packing vlog. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you are interested in shopping that Mira hormone kit, or just reading up on it, I will of course have their website linked down below. Code JustJenStone gets you 17% off anything that is over on their website, any of the kits. So thank you to Mira once again for sponsoring today's video. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.